Welcome to Third Wave Business Systems Board Toolkit Application Budget Functionality Demonstration. My name is Dennis Tucker. I'm a technical manager at Third Wave, and I'll be providing you with some insight today into what the Board Toolkit application can do for your organization to improve productivity and decision making. The Board Toolkit is a platform-independent application that combines various business intelligence and corporate performance management functionalities within a single graphical software interface. Board's capabilities include multi-dimensional analysis, ad hoc querying, dashboarding, reporting, budgeting, planning, and forecasting, as well as other financial-related activities. Board does not require any programming skills to build applications. Today we're going to take a look at a demonstration of Board's sales budget processing for a fictitious company. In this example, there is the ability to set up a preliminary budget, a budget based on quantity, a budget based on value, add new products that didn't exist last year, set up a budget approval cycle, perform adjustments to the budget, add multiple scenarios, blue sky, gray sky, black sky, for example, that can be created and saved. And there's an overview of that sales budget versus actual moving forward. We're going to start with a preliminary budget and we'll work our way through. In our example, we'll be using a scenario which most people would use. Setting a preliminary budget based on a previous year's actual sales figures. On this screen, you'll see that the first few columns of data are numbers from the previous year. Packs, which is quantity, gross sales figures, and net sales figures from the previous year. The next three columns represent the budget packs or quantity, the gross sales, and the net sales. All of the channels and salespersons are represented along the left-hand column of the data area. You can scroll down to see the complete data view and what the current budgets are set to. While we're viewing the data by salesperson, the view can be customized to display by department or any other category that meets your requirements. The buttons on the left-hand side allow you to set the budget numbers to be equal to the previous year's numbers, increase the previous year's numbers by 5%, increase them by 10%, or to set a dynamic driver. A quick example of a dynamic driver would be a breakdown per quarter, per channel or category, and allow you to key in the percentage increase or decrease that you want for each. What we are going to do for this demonstration is to increase last year's numbers by 10% by clicking on the button, and behind the scenes it will copy last year's actuals over the budget and increase the numbers by 10%. Again, this is just to populate the numbers for the preliminary budget and gives users a starting point when budgeting for the upcoming year. The next tab allows you to look at the quantities, which in this example company is defined as packs of what they're going to sell. As I mentioned earlier, this is by salesperson, so you can pick your salesperson from the drop down. If there was a need to limit access to the data for individual users to view their own data, we could do that, but for this example we're not restricting any data. As you can see, the application took last year's packs and increased it by 10%. At this point, if I needed to, I can adjust the delta, I can adjust the percentage, or I can increase the budgeted pack number by clicking and editing the fields in the data display. The button control panel allows you to save the data back to the database. There are also charts and graphs displayed here to visually represent the previous year's data and the budgeted estimates. Clicking on the Next tab allows you to spread that information over a period of months rather than simply defining it for the year. The third step of this demonstration is regarding the value in dollar amounts. You may think that this is the same as the quantity, but it's really not, because at this stage you can factor in discounts that can be put into play. For example, if you have a customer who continually receives a discount for a product or for a group of products, this allows you to factor that discount in here. If I pick another user, Bishop for example, his numbers are blue so that they can be edited and changed as needed. We can apply discounts, and you'll notice that the chart at the bottom will reflect the numbers in the data grid above. If there are any new products that need to be included in your new budget that didn't exist the previous year, you'll need to go into the next section to add these new products to your budget. This screen allows you to select the new products. Once you've determined which product needs to be added, you can expand the sections or departments as needed, place the product where it needs to go, and if you click the Allocate button, it'll allocate your new product across the time frame for the year. The next section is the approval cycle that a manager can put into place. Data for the users can be viewed, as well as the user's status, determining if their individual budgets have been approved or still in progress. The manager has the ability to reset statuses and to go and adjust the budget packs or the budget sales. Once the budgets are approved, the Broadcast Approved button gives the manager the ability to email the users whose budgets have been approved notifications to let them know what their forecasted pack and sales goals are. There is also a dashboard here on the right to track the statuses of all users and where they are in the process. The next step in the cycle is the adjustments. What this does is it gives you a high-level overview of the preliminary budget numbers that you've set up so far. It gives you your projected packs, your projected net sales, and the percentage of growth by each compared to the numbers from the previous year's sales. This can be viewed overall for the year or can be viewed at narrower details for each month in the year. And this is the last step where you're going to be able to either adjust by percentage number or adjust by pack number or by net sales before you go ahead and save this as a budgeting scenario. The last step of the process allows us to save our data scenario and to compare it against any other scenarios that have been set up in this preliminary budget. This will allow you to examine a best case scenario, a normal growth scenario, and a worst case scenario. There's also the ability to forecast, however, no forecasting was set up for this particular demonstration. Click the Home button. The board application allows us the security to be able to restrict the data that users have access to view, as well as to lock down numbers so they cannot be changed. We'll go ahead and click on the Sales Overview. This overview allows you to see data at high levels, allows you to drill down into narrower focus on specific numbers, provides you with icons that indicate where you're seeing growth, where you're not seeing growth, allows you to look at individual numbers by groups, by individual sales employee, by channel, and allows you the variety to see your data both from graphs, charts, data grids, to really allow you to examine the data the way that you need to. For more information on the Board Toolkit application or any of the other applications that Third Wave offers, please visit our website at www.twbs.com. You can click the Contact Us link in the upper right corner of the page. Existing Third Wave partners and customers can obtain more information through the support portal by clicking the Customer Support link in the upper right corner of the page. Thank you for your time and attention.